नाम तत्वलयम राम नाम वरायणी सरस्वती कामनार में ये कभी न हो छिट भंग गौरी गणेश कामनार में यही समाधान समा। वृंदावन का हरे कृष्णा कन्हैया सबकी आँखों का तारा वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया मन ही मन क्यों जड़ी राधिका मोहन तो है सबका प्यारा वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। जमुना तट पर नंद खिलाला जब जब रास रचाई रे तन मन डोले राधा ऐसी बंसी मधुर बजाया रे तुन बुद्ध कोल कर रे वृंदावन का ये वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। रंग सलोना ऐसा जैसे चाहिए गति सावन की तेरे मैं तो हुई दीवानी मोहन मन भावन की तेरे कारण देखा भवारी सुर दिया में जागा सारा वृंदावन का ये वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आँखों का तारा वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया सबकी आँखों का तारा वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता महादेव ओम नारायण। जय जय सरस्वती महादेव ओम नारायण। बोलो श्री राम का जय जय बोलो हनुमान का जय 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 बोलो श्री राम का जय 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 बोलो हनुमान का जय जय बोलो गणेश का जय 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 बोलो श्री तुलसी का जय लक्ष्मी माता जय बोलो श्री राम का, जय 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 बोलो हनुमान का, जय जय बोलो गणेश का, जय 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 बोलो तुलसी जी का, जय लक्ष्मी माता महादेव।
जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका, जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका,
जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका,
जय शिव मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका,
शिव मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका,
जय शिव मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका,
जय शिव मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका,
गजवरना गौरी नंदन,
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 गंगाधर शिव शंभु नंदन,
गंगाधर शिव शंभु नंदन,
गंगाधर शिव शंभु नंदन,
गंगाधर शिव शंभु नंदन,
जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका,
जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका,
जय शिव मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका,
जय शिव मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका,
गजवरना गौरी नंदन,
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 गजवरना
गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
गणेश भगवान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय. We propitiate worship the Lord Ganesh. We take flowers in our hands and with faith and with conviction we pray, O Lord Ganesh, may you be pleased with us. This evening once more we come knocking at your door. O remove of all obstacles, know our present or past or future. Salutations and prostrations unto thee again and again. Hari Om Sri Ganesha Namah Sri Saraswate Namah Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Govinda Namo Namah. Om Shuklam Bharadram Deva Shashi Varanam Chaturbhuja Prasanna Varanam Jayit Sarva Viganupashante. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Gajanan Swami Ki Jai. We sprinkle water and all our ingredients and oblations as we pray for purification. Apavitra pavitra sarva vastam gatobhya yasmarit pundari kaksha svahayam tara suche. Om gam ganapataye namaha. We ignite the flame in our diya as we pray to the Mother Goddess Lakshmi. May you be the Sakshi, the witness to our worship. Deepa Jyotir Para Brahma, Deepa Jyotir Janadhara, Deepo Haratami Papam, Deepoyam Hrade Gretam. Shubham karotu kalyanam arogyam sukhasamparam mama shatru vinashaya deepa jyotir namostute Sri Mahalakshmi chavidmai Vishnu patne chademi tanno bhagavate Lakshmi prachodayat. Taking grains of rice, we shower on the murti of Lord Ganapati. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Om Lambhodara Namah Om Viganeshwara Namah Om Vakratunda Namah Om Gajanana Namaha Om Lambhodara Namah Dhumravarana Namah Dhumraketu Namaha Ganari Dakshaya Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We offer water snan, washing the feet of Lord Ganapati. May you wash away our problems or distresses, we beg of you. Listen to our prayer. Om Snanam Snanam Samarpayami Padhyam Padhyam Samarpayami Argyam Argyam Samarpayami Ekanantaya Vitmai Vakratundaya Dhimai Tanno Dante Prachodya. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapesiram Bhupalasar Bhakchutam Umasutam Shokavinashikarikam Namami Viganeshwari Pari Pankajam. Snanam Snanam Samarpayami. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Siddhi Vinaganesh Bhagavani Ki Jai. We offer cotton, symbolic of clothing. To you who have blessed us with clothing, we offer clothing in our worship. Be pleased with us. Ved Suktam Svayuktam Yagya Shama Samanvide Sarve Prade Deva Vasise Prati Gretam Sarva Bhushadike Lumya Lakjani Varana Mayupakar Vasram Upavasram Prati Gretam. We adorn our Murti with the Yagyopavedhi Janeyu. May you wrap your protective shield around us, we your children. Yagyopavitam Paramam Pavitram Stapitam Purusham Tatane Ayushamugram Pratimunsha Shubram Yagyopavitam Balamastu Teja Trayambakam Yajamayi Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Prityur Mukshayamamritat. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. We adorn our Murti with Chandan. May you illumine the path of our lives. May you rid us of lust and anger and hatred and jealousy and ego and pride. May you guide us into the pathway of mukti, salvation. We beg of you. Om Chandaram Sulalitam Deva Kante Chamuktavali Gopasri Paridevi Jayate Gopala Churamani. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Ganinata Gajavanana Ganinata Dinabandhu. Ganinata Gajavanana Ganinata गणनाता गजवरना गणनाता दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
दाता गजानना
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
सिद्धि प्रदायक गजानना
सिद्धिप्रदायक गजानना
पार्वती नंदन भव भय भंजन
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 युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
ओम गंधद्वारा दुरादर्शम नित्य पुष्प करीशिनीं ईश्वरं तामहो श्री गंधदानं समर्पयामि. We offer Hardi as an act of purification. Om Haridraya Sarvasubhaginani Sarvalankaram Muktami Devi Tvam Prati Gretam Kumkumam Kantim Dibya Kamini Kamata Sambhava Kumkumam Architam Deva Prasiddha Purushottama. We offer Sindhu, praying for salvation. Sindhuram Shobhanam Rakte Sobhage Pravartanam Kamram Muksharam Cheva Sindhuram Prati Greta Ganenata Gajavarana Ganenata Dinabandhu
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
Ganenata Gajavarana Ganenata Dinabandhu
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
We offer strands of dukkha's. We root away all our troubles, all our problems, all distresses in our pathway. We beg of you. Om Gam Ganavatai Nama Durvam Samarpayami Ganenata Gajavarana Ganenata Dinabandhu
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
We offer Belva leaves. Through these leaves, we offer lives at your feet. For your children, please have compassion on us. We beg of thee. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya
Karpure Goram Karunavataram Sansari Saram Bhujagendraharam Sadavasantam Hidayarabinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya
We offer neem leaves. Through these leaves, you follow all sickness, all distresses to you. O Ganapati, may you be pleased with us. Om Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Dayarupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Durege 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 Jai Jai Ma
Durge 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 Jai Jai Ma
Durege 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 Jai Jai Ma
Durge 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 Jai Jai Ma
We wave the arti to Lord Ganesha. May you be pleased with us. Om Yani Kani Shapapani Jammantar Kritanishta Tani Tani Pradakshina Pradakshina Prade Prade Jai Ganesh Jai Ganesh Jai Ganesh Deva माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
एक दंत दयावंत चारि भुजाधारी
एकदंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी
मापे सिंदूर सोहि मूसिकी सवारी
माथे सिंदूर सोहे मुसके सवारी
दुखियों के दुख हर परमानंद देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम
ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम
हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम
हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम साई ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम
Sing with me, everybody. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda
गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda
गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्मावेद ब्रह्मगणो ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मागतेन गन्ताव्यं ब्रह्मकर्मा समाधिनां नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि नैवेद्यं प्रतिक्रेताम् ॐ ब्रह्मर्पणं ममस्तु कृष्णा अर्पणम् ॐ हरि ओम हरि ओम गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद.
We offer tambul, supari and clove, praying for longevity. May you on away sickness and distresses from in our party. We beg of you. Om Pungi Palamya Deva Nagabali Dala Yukta Elal Chunatam Tambulam Brati Gretam. We offer drops of water. Om Ajvanim Yadatta Grihana Purushotamam Ajvanim Yadatta Grihana Parameshwaram. We offer Dakshina. Om Hiranyagharva Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jata Patirikayasi Sadadhadam Prithivim Nama Dakshinadhanam Maham Karikshi. Om Shukla Shukla Maharodre Mahashakti Mahodari Mahapapahare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Sweta Bhadare Devi Nanalankar Svetani Jagatstute Jaganmata Mahalakshmi Namostute. We adorn O Murti with our various malas and flowers. May you be pleased with us, Lord Ganesh. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om
Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om.
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Hari Om Tat Sat 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 Hari Om. Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om. Hari Om Hari Om
Hari Om Hari Om
Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Krishna 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 Jai Radha Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Jai Radha Krishna.
Krishna 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 Jai Radha Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Jai Radha Krishna.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Govinda Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopala Bhajo Krishna Mukunda.
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om
Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om.
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om
Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om.
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om
Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om.
Govinda गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गजानन स्वामी की जय. We join in expressions of welcome this evening. Where is Uncle Rope? He's going to come to the microphone to do the expressions of welcome. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om.
Officiating Vyas and spiritual leader of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation, the president, executive and members of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation, members of the media, devotees, invitees, Seetahal. On behalf of Pundit and the members of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation, it is my pleasure to welcome you all this evening to the fourth night of our Ganesh Utsav celebrations. Do remember, we continue on until next week when we will have our Visarjan ceremony. So this evening, we'd like you to make yourselves comfortable, make yourself relaxed as Panditji takes us on that divine journey, that spiritual journey through the pages of our religious texts. So Seetahal again, welcome and do enjoy our session this evening. Seetahal.
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
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 कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
भजु गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
साई गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाला
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
गजानन स्वामी की जय। We bow our heads in prayer as we chant mantras of invocation. Hari Om Viganeshwaraya Varadaya Surapranam Bhodaraya Sakalaya Jagathitaya Nagasrutyaka Vibhushita Gauri Sutaya Gananath Namo Namaste. Adorations and prostrations at the lotus-like feet of that elephant-headed God, the divine son of Uma, Parvati and Bhagwan Shankara, the remover of all obstacles, the very embodiment of success, peace and happiness. We bow to you again and again. Varnanamrita sanganam rasanam chandrasamapi mangalanam chakanitaro vande vani vinayako Bhavani Shankaro vande Shraddha Vishwaswarupino Yabhyam vinana pashanti Siddha Swantastamishwaram Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Pada Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Barno Raghuvar Vimanayasha Buddhahina Tanujanike Balabudha Vidya Dehu Mohi Nase Roga Hare Sab Pira Sankat Se Mani churave
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई
जो शत बारी पाते कर होई
झूठ ही बंदी महासुख होई
सिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम. Last night our katha ended in a very beautiful space where Mata Parvati, she had convinced Shani Dev of why he should do what he did not want to do. Have you ever been forced to do something that you don't want to do? Has somebody ever forced you to do something that you don't want to do? And so Mata Parvati, forcing him to look at this child, Shani Dev had given the warning that I don't want to look, and if I look, it will be detrimental. Trouble will come. Problems will come. What was the word? Misery will come. What is misery? That was your homework. What is misery? Hello? What is misery? A person who is overcome with misery becomes miserable in return. You know anybody who is miserable? Why you are looking at me? I used to be miserable, not anymore. I get rid of anything and anybody that I consider to be miserable and misery. This evening, I want to say welcome to all of those who are listening to us and to all of those who are viewing us via our various frequencies. To our corporate and kind sponsors, we express sentiments of gratitude and expressions of thanks. To our presenters on location, where are our presenters? Can you all please stand? Can our presenters from the various media houses please stand up? DJ Nav, can you stand up? Can you stand? Behind the desk, can you stand? Where is Omkar? But he doesn't need to stand too much. You could see him. Let's give them a round of applause. They leave their homes. They leave their families. They leave their whatever. And they come to the yajna to make sure that the world could hear and be a part. They are the propagators and the upholders of our dharma. And so they deserve commendations to all of you. Blessings. May Bhagwan Ganesha bless you now and always. To all of you who came from far and near, I want you to just turn to the person next to you and ask them, how are you? Ask them, you're tired? Georgie, ask her, you're tired? Pay the person next to you a nice compliment. Tell them you're looking nice. Tell them. Dev, tell Meena. Okay. Look at the person next to you and just give them a nice smile. Sharon, a nice smile. Do you know you just did a good deed for the day by smiling with somebody? Not smiling at them, smiling with. Tonight, Shani Dev has given the instruction, or he has stated to Mata Parvati that if I look at a child, misery will come. Mata Parvati has no clue what that word misery means. And she wants to know. And wanting to know, she stops Shani Dev, who quickly tries to flee. He tries to run away. But she stops him. And as she stops him, something is about to happen. What will happen? Listen. Ganinata Gajavanina Ganinata Dinabando
Ganinata Gajavarna Ganinata Dinabando
Ganinata Gajavarna Ganinata Dinabando
Ganinata Gajavarna Ganinata Dinabando
Om Saraswati Namastubhya Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishami Siddhirvavatu Me Sada Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Dayarupena Sansthitan Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Shri Paramatmani Namah Shani Dev Dev करने वाले अपने का जान निर्धन का सकते हैं माता पार्वती का बाटे जो तीर करने वाले विरन्या का चलते गया होते करने ही माता हे माता क्षमा करो क्षमा करो क्षमा करो गणेनाता गजवरना गणेनाता दीनबंधु
Ganinata Gajavarna Ganinata Dinabando
Mata Parvati, she stops Shani. And as she stops Shani, Shani can't go forward, he can't go backward, he can't go sideways, he can't go upward, he can't go downward, he can't go anywhere. Last night I asked, have you ever felt as though you're in a spot where you can't move? You can't go forward, you can't go backward, you don't know where you are, and you have no clue where you are heading to. Shani Dev, in this spot, as though he was peddling in this one spot all the time. Martha used her power to stop him. And so as Shani Dev tried his utmost best to flee and to free himself, it just did not work. Sometimes whether what you're doing or what you're trying, it just will not work. But it doesn't mean that Bhagwan, it doesn't mean that God doesn't like you. It is God's way of teaching you patience. It is God's way of teaching you humility. It is God's way of bringing you down from the cloud that you're on. And anytime your cloud goes too high, you know what will happen? What will happen? Chances are it will float away and go astray. Because a cloud that is high is a cloud that has no water. So too Scripture has declared that a man without faith is compared to that of a cloud with no water. Meaningless, with no value. Shani Dev, peddling in this one position, trying to flee and free himself, he could not. And so Mata Parvati came and she stood in front of him. She says, Shani, I want you to explain to me misery, but not just in a word. I want elaborate details of what this word means and what you just said to me. Has somebody ever said something to you when you were confused and get you even more confused? Hello? Have you ever been confused and you sought advice from somebody and they get you more confused? Shani Dev, standing there, he started to tremble. And as Shani Dev started to tremble, what will happen? He looked up at the Devi and he started to stutter and stammer and he started to beg for Chama, for forgiveness. When you do something wrong, or when you know that you have done something wrong, or when you think that you have done something wrong and you feel as though you were caught, you start to stammer and stutter, isn't it? Especially if you did not want to get catch. Shani Dev started to stutter and stammer. And the Devi says, I have all the time. Begin to tell me. And so Shani Ovacha, Shani Dev begins to tell. What is he saying? Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Suryaya Namah, Adityaya Namah. Suryaya Namah, Adityaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. श्री परमात्मने नमामि जन्म दे के भगवान कृष्णा की प्रबल का भक्ति करने वाले, लेकिन का पिता का सूर्य में विचार करने वाले, ढूंढो का करने वाले, राजा की चित्र राधा का सुंदर की पुत्री करने हैं, मैं प्रार्थना की गुण गाय करने वाले, देखो बहुत का समा भीत करने वाले। Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Suryaya Namah, Adityaya Namah. Suryaya Namah, Adityaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Shani Dev is frightened. Stuttering and stammering, he begins to tell his kahani. Kahani means his story. If you have to tell a kahani, a story about yourself, to Bhagwan, to God, what will you say? Imagine Mother Durga is standing in front of you and you have to tell her the story of your life. What will you tell her? She's on a lion. She has weapons in her hand and you're standing in front of her. She's gigantic. You know of her power. You know of her strength. You know of her might. You know of her capabilities. And you have to tell your story to her. What will you tell? What will you say? Hello? What will you tell her? Listen to what Shani Dev is saying. He's frightened. And out of fright he's speaking. And Shani Dev says, from my very birth, O Devi, I don't want you to be upset or angry with me. But from my very birth, I have been praying to Bhagavan Krishna. I've been praying to Lord Krishna. And so, he had a very special place in my heart. But my father, Surya, got me married to a very beautiful girl. She was the daughter of the king of all angels. I got married to his daughter. And so her name was Chitra Radha. And so I became wedded to Chitra Radha. But becoming wedded to Chitra Radha, her beauty knew no bounds. Husband, will you consider your wife to be beautiful? Hello? Is your wife beautiful? Hello? You see a well-trained husband? Papa, lift up his hand. Papa, Uncle Harry, lift up his hand and he said, Auntie Angie is blushing from. I got married to Chitra Radha. And so she was the daughter of the king of the angels. And so, becoming wedded to her, she was most resplendent and beautiful. And so one day, after being wedded to her, something happened. What will happen? Listen, he's telling. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah.
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 Suryaya Namah. Adityaya Namah.
Suryaya Namah. Adityaya Namah.
Suryaya Namah. Adityaya Namah.
Suryaya Namah. Adityaya Namah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah.
श्री परमात्मने नमामि प्रार्थना गई का जप तप करने वाले बहुत का समय बिनती करने वाले भगवान कृष्णा की ध्यान करने वाले He's telling the Devi, he says, I spent a lot of time praying, singing and chanting the name of Bhagwan Krishna. How much time do you spend in prayer? How much time do you spend in communication with Bhagwan, with God? Hello? How much time do you spend in communication with God, with Bhagwan? Bhagwan is not a priority. Puja and worship and yajna and satsang and God is not a priority. That is an option to many people. Party, lime, fat, cook, dance, eat, drink, marry, priority. Pack up a bag and move out to stay where it is convenient to be in the line. But never pack up a bag to be in spot, to be present in the puja. And when the race of life comes to an end and you stand in front of Bhagwan and you have to tell God your story, He will ask you, how much times you were told? And when you were told, you didn't hear. So I placed many problems, many obstacles in your pathway to bring you closer to me. But your ignorance led you further away from me. So I continued to give you trouble. I continued to put trouble in your pathway. And then when trouble wasn't good enough, then I started to tamper with your health. And then I started to tamper with your wealth. And then I started to tamper with everything. But then you were still too blind to see. Having eyes don't make you legible to see. But having wisdom and intelligence causes you to see. Is that true or not? We just celebrated Krishna Janma. We rocked the palna of Bhagwan Krishna, and I said, everybody come to the palna and shake the palna of Lord Krishna. And the first person to jump up was a lady who is blind and can't see. She doesn't even know what the palna is. She doesn't even know how to get to the palna. She jump up, and everybody else who have eyes sit down. I have to point and tell them, bring her. Hold her hand and bring her. She comes up all the stairs and she shakes the palna. And still the people who have eyes and legs and could move and walk and talk and help themselves, I have to call them by their name. Because if you don't call their name, they ain't coming. We can't force anybody to pray. You know that? You could only try to tell them. But you can't even force them to understand, because sometimes they feel as though it is not applicable to them. He says, I prayed to Bhagwan Krishna. I sang and I communed with Bhagwan Krishna. I chanted his name. But one day, something happened. And so he is telling Mata, what is he saying? Listen. Jai Gananata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Gananata Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Gananata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Gananata Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha. एक दिन स्नान करत हरि की, वाहे सिर पर अरु कहरी की, पैर अंगूठी है देरता हो, अभूषण भूषण सुर जाहो। जय गणनाथा, जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणनाथा नाथा, जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणनाथा, जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणनाथा नाथा, जय श्री गणेशा. I spent another time praying and singing and chanting. But one day, after my wife, Chitra Radha, had taken a bath, she was beautifully dressed with gems and jewelries from head, finger, body and toe. Listen to what he's saying. Head, finger, body and toe. She was shining from head, finger, body and toe. Song familiar? There are many husbands who can't get roti to eat because their wife put diamonds on their finger. Shining. Stone. What do they call it? Gems. Sasi said gems. What do they call it? Acrylic. Acrylic. With gems. You're eating the roti and you bite a stone. And there's one of that thing on the fingernail drop out inside of the flour. Listen to how she was beat at it. Making yourself look nice is not something from today. It comes from scripture. Because God's gift to us is this human birth, this human body. And what you do with this human body is your gift back to God. You're supposed to take pride in the way you wear yourself. Not your clothes, you wear yourself. A few days ago, our president accompanied me to the expo. And I looked at her and I said, what if you buy something that somebody else bought? Would you feel uncomfortable to wear it? And she looked at me and she said to me something that I would not have said. She said they could wear it, but they would never look like me. That is the pride that you're supposed to have in yourself. Not pride, confidence. That is the confidence that you should have in yourself. And the only person to make you confident is yourself. You must do that by yourself, for yourself. Be confident. Be proud of yourself. Go to the hairdresser. Make your hair look nice. Head, finger, body and toes. Nothing was left out. She made herself look beautiful. Tonight I want to tell you that you are beautiful. Tonight I'm not only telling the women folk that, I'm telling the men that as well. Baba, men beautiful? Men can't be beautiful, they have to be handsome. No. Beauty comes from within. Handsome is something external. Beauty comes from within. You are beautiful. Husband, tell your wife, you're beautiful. Your wife, not somebody else's own. Sister, tell your sister, you're beautiful. Brother, tell your brother. And so she was bedecked from head to toe. And most beautiful and radiant. What will happen? Shani Dev is telling something happened. Listen. Something happened. Jai Ganenata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Ganenata Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha. भगवंत कृष्ण ही चेतन करनी कोई और अपनी ही करनी प्रवेश पूर्व का तथा कह सोई अंजन रे कह मुझ कह होए जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा
जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा
और इसलिए या है उपजेता दान्य हो दे कह में न आया जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा
जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा.
After bedecking herself from head, finger, body and toe, she was well dressed. And so while Shani Dev was in meditation, she went to that place and she stood in front of him. But he was so engrossed in his worship that he paid no heed to her. Wife, ever wore something special or new or beautiful and you expected to get a compliment from your husband and he passed you like a full bus, whoosh, and never acknowledged you? When is the last time your husband said to you, you're beautiful? Stranger, they look at other people and they tell you, hey, look how nice that person is. Hey, you ain't see real nice, huh? And in your mind you say, I'll go strangle you. You didn't see how nice I am. You're seeing how nice somebody else is, huh? And so, as she stood in front of him, he was in deep meditation and he did not notice her presence. And so what happens? Listen. Vahi prashna dehi sochna rahit hare kar jahu bhuta karma usna nirdan dehi diya ka vahi nishar kaha baya जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा
जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा.
As she stood in front of him and no recognition came, she became mad, she became angry, she became upset. Let me ask a familiar question. Wife, have you ever gotten mad with your husband before? Mama, don't lie, you in prayers. You ever get mad with Papa before? Mama ain't get to shake her head, Papa start to shake his head. Mommy, you ever get vexed with Daddy before? Dian, you ever get angry with Anil before? Mohan, Angela ever get vexed with you before? Angela, you ever get vexed with Mohan? You and Pooja, don't lie. I know the answer. She became mad, she became upset, she became angry. And sort of her anger, she spoke. She spoke to Shani Dev. What will she tell Shani Dev? Listen to what she says. मैं भी करता है प्राणी को प्रेमा दूर हरे कहा उसका रूपा जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा. Sing with me.
जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा.
Getting no recognition, she became mad and she spoke. You ever talk when you're vexed? Ashish, what do you just say when you're vexed? Ashish says, say a little prayers. Ashish, don't lie, you're in prayers. You may be mean a different kind of prayers. That's what you mean to say. Out of anger, she spoke. And she's talking to him and he's in meditation, he's in prayer, he's in worship. And she says, you have refused to acknowledge me and to tell me about my beauty. So today I put a curse on you. If you were to look at any other being lovingly, after refusing to look at me, immediately that person's head will fall off. This is a sharp, the curse that I put on you. And as she utters this sharp, this curse, what will happen? His eyes fling open. And hearing these words, he's in shock, he's in awe. He can't believe that this is the extent that she would have gone to. Sometimes out of anger, people go to the extreme extent that you never expected. True or not? I am generally nice. Generally. But, you'll ask Ishwar, he'll tell you. But, with a limit. It says, his eyes swing open and looking at her. What will he do? He says something. मैं अपनी कह धन्य हरि की श्राप गुर बेदे किया कामेन उसका हरि की देकर कोशिश दे की जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा
जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा.
says, after receiving the shrap, he tried to have conversations with her so that she'll be able to remove this. But a spoken word cannot be taken back. And so since that day, I have kept myself in isolation. I've kept myself away from any being. For I know that anytime I look at any being with compassion and love, chances are the sharp will come to life. And so, Devi, I can't help but love your little child. And so I refuse to look at the child, for I'm afraid that the sharp will be awakened. Please forgive me and do not ask me to look at the child. I am begging you. The Devi, hearing this, the Devi started to laugh. You ever told somebody your problem and they start to laugh at you? I put on a walking shoe and I go to walk in Palmy's Park. As soon as I get on the track, the sole of my shoe falls off. I meet up with two of my neighbors walking on the track. They say, "Hey, look the right man." I said, "What happened?" "They sent you to save soul." I said, "What do you mean?" They say, "Somebody's soul fall out down the road." They're telling me that somebody's soul fell out down the road. And it was mine. I don't know how to respond. I don't know how to react. I don't know what to say. I say, when I go up the road, I'll fix that up. Don't worry. Did Devi, you see, now I'm walking with a shoe with no sole. But I have to laugh. And I have to pass it off as though it is a joke. Because I know it's me they're talking about. But the Devi, she begins to laugh because she knows who she is. She knows of her power. She knows of her might. She knows of her capabilities. And she begins to laugh and she says, "Oh, foolish Shani. Have you forgotten? I am Janani, Mata, mother of the entire creation. Your sharp will never befall my son, my child. Come, look at my child, I am begging you." And Shani Dev, convinced because of the power of the Devi, Shani Dev looked at the little boy. And instantly as he looked at the little boy, what will happen? The head of the child dropped on the ground and started to roll. Mata Parvati could not believe what was happening. Sometimes things unfold in front of you, you can't believe that it is happening. But it is happening. Sometimes you wish it was a dream. But it is not a dream. It is geared to wake you up. Don't wish it was a dream. It is geared to wake you up, shake you up, and sometimes break you up to set you on the right path. And so as the head falls out, what will happen? Something happens. The head begins to roll. And as the head begins to roll, coming in at that very same time is Bhagwan Shiva. Mata Parvati has no clue that Lord Shiva is coming. But Mata Parvati looks at Shani Dev and she says, "Shani, go quickly and bring back the head. Using my drishti, my power, I will bring back the child to life." And so as Shani Dev goes running to find the head, and Lord Shiva is coming in, something is about to happen. What will happen? Listen, it tells us. Jai Ganenata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Ganenata, Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha.
Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Ganenata, Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha.
Jai Ganenata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Ganenata, Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha.
Jai Ganenata, Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Ganenata, Nata, Jai Sri Ganesha.
उसने समय कहा शंकर देवा, प्रकट होई सिर पहरी का। 12 लुत कर देखी उन्हाई, तुरंत अपनी कह पाई। शिक्षा हरे कहा उपयोग करनी, राक्षस देख हमें भल धरनी। जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणनाथा नाथा जय श्री गणेशा।
जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणनाथा जय श्री गणेशा।
As Lord Shiva entered and he saw the head rolling coming towards him, Lord Shiva, without any hesitation, using his powers, he burned the head to ashes, to zero, to nothing, to dust. And burning the head to dust, Shani Dev reaches in time to see what Lord Shiva had done. Shani was now after the head, reaches in time to see Lord Shiva burning this head to zero, to nothing, to dust, to ashes. And as Shani Dev witnesses what Lord Shiva had done, Shani Dev immediately falls to the feet of Lord Shiva. And falling to the feet of Lord Shiva, Shani Dev begins to pray. Shiva Shankar mein daya karo, dukh haro, kripa sindhu na daro, daya karo. Shiva Shankar mein दया करो, दुख हरो। शिव शंकर में दया करो, दुख हरो। कृपा सिंधु न डरो, कृपा सिंधु न डरो, दया करो। शिव शंकर में दया करो, दुख हरो। Shani Dev falls to the feet of Lord Shiva. He is not looking at Lord Shiva with love, so he could look at Lord Shiva. He is looking at Lord Shiva with fright. Lord Shiva's head wouldn't fall out. And falling to the feet of Lord Shiva, he says, "Oh Lord Shiva, what will we do?" Sometimes you have to ask yourself, what will I? Ask the person next to you, what we gonna do? Ask them. Hello? Ask the person next to you, what we gonna do? Tell them. Not every day is going to be a happy day. Tell them. So ask them, in your unhappy days, what we gonna do? Ask them. Ask them, if trouble comes, what we gonna do? Ask them, if death comes, what we gonna do? What will we do? What can we do? What are we going to do? Shani Dev says, what will we do? And Lord Shiva is confused. But he has no clue, no idea of what is happening. Sometimes people come to you and ask you, what we gonna do? But you see, we have a fault. We listen to one side of the story and we decide to help, but we never take the time to find out what is the real story. And if we know the real story, we will know and we will appreciate and understand that some people's suffering is because of their own ignorance. Not because of somebody else, but because of them. What will we do? Shani Dev is asking Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva says, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And Shani Dev is crying. He begins to cry. Shiva Shankar mein daya karo, dukh haro. Kripa sindhu na daro, daya karo. Shiva Shankar mein दया करो दुख हरो कृपा सिंधु न डरो दया करो शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो. Lord Shiva walks in, Shani Dev walks in, and Mata Parvati says, Shani, where is the head? Shani Dev walks with a handful of ashes and he says, Mata, this is the head. Mata Parvati, seeing this, Mata Parvati immediately she faints away. A person who is overcome or overwhelmed with grief is not conscious of anything else. They're drowned in grief. So to a person who is greedy, they're drowned in their greed. So all they see is what they want. They never show appreciation to anybody and anything around them because they're consumed in greed. So to a person in anger. So to a person who is angry. They're drowned in their anger. So their thinking is clouded. And so, Shani Dev, seeing Mata Parvati fainting away, what will happen? Just then Bhagwan Vishnu intervened. And as Bhagwan Vishnu appeared there, what will happen? The Devatas, they all came to that place for they knew something was happening. And as they all came, what will happen? Bhagwan Vishnu intervened. Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya, Narayana, 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 Om. Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya, Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya, Narayana, Narayana, Om. Om Jai Sadguru Deva, Bolo. Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya, Narayana, Narayana, Om Jai Sadguru Deva.
Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya, Narayana, 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 Om Satya, Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya, Narayana, Narayana, Om Jai Sadguru Deva.
Bhagwan Vishnu tells, quickly go in the northern direction. There is a being who is awaiting liberation, whose name is Gajasur. And so Gajasur is trapped in the body of this elephant because of his ego, his pride. But Gajasur has been promised in his previous birth that when he takes the form of this elephant, his praises will be sung. His name will not be known as Gajasur, it will be known as Gajananda. Go, that elephant is awaiting you, and he is facing the northern direction. He's down on the ground and awaiting his liberation. A day will come when we will have to surrender. A day will come when we will have to await our liberation, our mukti. But your liberation should be planned by you. Don't wait for nobody to pray for you when you're dead. I said to members of the group, and I said with conviction, I say, you see, when I die, I am leaving in voice my funeral ceremony. No Pundit has to come to pray for me. Play my voice and follow the instruction. I already voiced it. And just in case you dead before me, I put it in several different places, thinking that the people I left it with will be alive. And I said, follow my tape and do the funeral. I am praying for me even in my death. How much of us could say that? You wait for your son to shave his head, you know what happened? You're in trouble, you know. You wait for your son to offer pinda for you know what happened? You're in trouble, you know. You think your son who you love go offer pinda for you? When you're dead, all love dead too. It is not going to happen. It doesn't happen. You think it will happen, but it doesn't happen. Somebody has to force and make them feel guilty and then it happens. And if nobody forces and nothing happens. Thank God it have a 1 year. Because if it didn't have a 1 year after the first prayers, you're dead and you're dead. That's it. They never even remember you for the rest of the year. Thank God there is a pinda to be offered every month. Because then nobody would have remember you. Never, they would have never remember you. They would have been going on vacation and naiming and partying and buying TV to watch CPL and Huh? And you in narak, in hell, burning in fire, suffering. Because instead of open pinda, they're watching a different kind of ball, cricket. It says, Devi has fainted in sorrow. Bhagwan Vishnu has given the instruction, go in the northern direction. Gajasur is waiting. He's awaiting his liberation. And as they go and they bring the elephant head and they install it on the body of the child, what will happen? Something happens. Listen. Ganenata Gajvarna Ganenata Dinabandhu Ganenata Gajvarna Ganenata Dinabandhu
Ganenata Gajvarna Ganenata Dinabandhu.
As the Devi is awakened, the Devi knows that they have gone in the northern direction to bring the head of the elephant. She's preparing herself mentally. She's preparing herself mentally for when this installation will be done of this elephant head. But she had remembered what she had prayed for. And for one whole year she had prayed that may I have a son that will be noticed anywhere he will be seen. This is what she had prayed for. Bhagwan blesses us with what we pray for. So you have to be very careful of what you are praying for. Because you say, Bhagwan, give me health, give me health, give me health, but you're healthy. And then he say, you know what? Take some sickness so you would know that you was healthy. Because you're praying for something that you already have. Give me money, give me money, give me money. Take away all your money. To remind you that you are more rich than you thought you were. But you were too blind to acknowledge that you were wealthy. You thought you were poor when you had so much. And so, Gajasur, his head was brought, installed on the body of the child. And then out of nowhere, the voice echoed again. Remember the instruction? Remember the instruction? Remember the instruction? Can you remember the instruction? The old Brahmana came and he says, feed me so that my stomach will grow huge and large. Can you remember that? Dress me in silk and the finest robes that you have. And create for me beautiful ornaments. Decorate my body as beautiful as you can. Teach me the sacred mantra so that I could pray just as you have prayed. Can you remember? Mata Parvati, immediately she manifests a bowl of laddu. She gives this bowl of laddu to the child. But this bowl is designed in such a way that it will never go empty. There is a proverb that we use till today. My money does run low, but it never run. You have that bowl. You have that very same bowl. And tonight, tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. Tell him. Say it, thank you. Thank you. That my bowl might run low, but it will never run out. Thank you. Put me to sit on a golden throne. Can you remember? On a golden throne, create a seat for me. And so Mata Parvati follows the instruction, giving him the bowl and dressing him and adorning his body. Ganesha loves earrings. Ganesha loves jewelry. And after Mata Parvati has given all of these things, what will happen? Shani Dev is looking away but present. There are some people, you don't know they're present. They're always silently looking on. True or not? And you know why they're looking on? They're looking on to find a fault. They're looking on to criticize. They're looking on to condemn. They're looking on to compete. There is no competition in devotion. Tonight, I want you to just tell the person next to you, there is no competition in devotion. Tell them. There is no competition in devotion. And once there is competition, that is not devotion. God is not too concerned about what you wear, but God is very concerned about the kind of life that you live. God might be concerned about your clothes, but He's concerned about your actions, your thoughts, your words. Bhagwan Krishna says, a God-realized mind, his words, his thoughts, and his actions, they're in a straight line. They all are aligned. Whether what they wear or whether where they are, everything is aligned. And you know when you're going around an aligned person, you better go good. Or else, they'll put you on the line. She gives all of the things to the child. But now Shani Dev, his head is down. He's facing away. And Mata Parvati is ready to deal with him. What is she going to do with Shani Dev? Dev, if you are Mata Parvati, what will you do with Shani? Shobha, what will you do? Auntie Shanti, Auntie Indra, what will you do with Shani Dev? Ash, what will you do? The Katha tells us finally, Mata Parvati is about to discipline Shani Dev. What does she do? Will she be gentle? Will she be rough? Will she pacify an already bad situation? What will she do? Listen, she gives him a varadam, a gift. What is she going to give him? Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Mangal Bhavanaya Amangal Hari Draba Usuda Sarata Ajida Bihari Ajida Bihari Jai Ram Shri, sing with me. Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. She says, O Shani, you're already in a predicament and in great distress. And in an effort for you to have some comfort, your father is Surya, the head of the 9 planets, and you are one of those planets. Today, I make a realignment of the planets. Shani Dev, today may you face in the direction of Ketu. And may you always remain in the direction of Ketu. And may you not bend your head down. May you lift your head up. Tonight I want to tell you, may you live your life in such a way that you never have to bend your head down in shame and otherwise. Live your life in a dignified way where you'll be proud to lift your head up. and walk all the time. Not with ego, but with pride. Pride is not ego. With pride, with certainty, with conviction in yourself. And so, Shani Dev, may you go and be aligned to face that planet Ketu. What do we know about Ketu? What do we know about Ketu? When Samundar Mantra, when there was the churning of the ocean, remember? They were expecting from the ocean the nectar of immortality to come. But as they started to churn the ocean, the unexpected happened. Poison came and different things came. But finally, when they were about to give up, the Amrit came. Bhagwan Vishnu started to share and distribute the Amrit to all of the Devatas. But Ketu had taken the form of a Brahmana, a holy man, a Devata. And Ketu stood in line and collected some of the Amrit, the demon. And as the demon drank, the way the demon was drinking, it was noticeable that he was not godlike. He was demon-like. You ever see how some people eat? You ever see how some people eat? You ever hear how some people chew? Have you ever listened to how some people chew? They're eating with a spoon from the plate. And every time they go to take up from the, you have to hear this dragging sound. They're making a cup of tea. Pararang, 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 pararang. The neighbor know tea making. Huh? Because it is not done gracefully. It is being done with no kind of elegance, no kind of gracefulness. It's being done. One of the habits that we have is when you're cooking, you take the spoon and you knock the pot. You should never do that. Especially when you're making God's food, you never do that. That is referred to as being a kulakshan habit. Have you ever heard about that before? One of the habits that permits you to incur pap, sin. Some people, you know, they're cooking from a mile, the pot going pang, pang, pang. Let me put down this. I didn't even realize I threw all this indoor on myself. Pang, pang, pang. Everybody have to know, pot up and cooking. Right down. Some people say ke paratha and you never hear a song. And some people cook one roti and the roti had a bust up and fall in the neighbor yard. Because it has to be done as a show. Not with elegance, not with grace. It says, she said, Ketu faced in his direction. Because when Ketu had drunk from the nectar, Bhagwan Vishnu immediately recognized that he was not a Devata. So he severed his head. The head went in one direction and the body went in the other. And so the head was named Rahu. And the body remained as Ketu. Faced in the direction of Ketu. And you know why? You could watch him anyhow, with love and otherwise, because you know why? He ain't have no head. Birds of a feather. Smart people will always gravitate to smart people. And over smart people will gravitate to more over smart people. Smartara. Show me your friends and I will not tell you who you are. Show me the company that you keep and I'll tell you what you will become. Keep the company of those who you don't have to compete with, but they will help you to lift yourself through their example. Some people say, I'm not on the call list, you only have special friends. Huh? I only have special people that you call. I call nobody. Zero. But if you come, I treat you with love, respect, and dignity. I call nobody. And when I'm here, I don't lie. I tell you the truth. And when you make foolish comments like that, it pains me. Because you know why? You're judging me based on you, what you do. You have special people, not me. I am for everybody. No one person is special. Everybody is special. Tell the person next to you tonight, you're special. Tell them. Oh, you're doing it good, man. Tell them, hey, you're special. Tell them in a good way, eh? You're special in a good way. And so Shani Dev is placed up in the cosmos in the direction of Ketu. Tonight I want to tell you that whenever you look at the murtis of the Navagraha, they're never all facing forward, but they're all facing different directions. And there is a particular reason why those murtis are facing different directions. Shani Dev never faces forward. He's facing, looking towards the north. And so the murtis are designed in such a way, they're installed in such a way that the murtis, some of them, they're looking away from each other. They're not in synchrony. And that's why whenever these planets, the alignment is coming in a way when they will come into contact with each other, the Baba say you have a gra, trouble is coming. Prepare yourself. And how can you prepare yourself? With prayer. We're preparing to celebrate Pitra Paksh. Worship to the Pitris is greater than worship to the Devatas. Have you ever heard that before? Your Pitra worship should be done with pride. Don't be afraid, Baba. So if I start that and something happened to me and nobody can follow, what will happen? What are you worrying about? You done dead. Why are you worrying about that? I don't want to leave the children in trouble. Chances are they're going to be in trouble anyway. Better you leave something constructive for them to look forward to than you leave nothing at all. I want to make the offering, but I don't know if something happened to me. If something done happen to you just by entertaining that thought. Don't worry about when you're dead. Make the best of while you're alive. Enjoy your existence and learn from the lessons that Bhagwan is trying to teach you through the situations that he has placed you in. Shani Dev goes up into the cosmos and he can lift his head. Everything happens for a reason, and not everything happens necessarily for bad. Some of the things happen so that better could come your way. Always remember that. Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Badi bhagya ma nushtanu pava, sudadutana basava, grantha nagava, grantha nagava. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Sarvapapharam devam gangyam nirmalam jalam Ajmanam yadatta grihana purushottama Ajmanam samarpayami. Om bhur-bhuva svatatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimai Yo yona prachoryat swaha idam gatridam namama. Om bhur-bhuva svatatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimai Yo yona prachoryat idam gatridam namama. Om bhur-bhuva svatatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimai Yo yona prachoryat idam gatridam namama.
ओ गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा, सेवा से सब विघ्न हरे। ओ तीन लोक के सकल देवता, तार परे सिर अरब परे। गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा, सेवा से सब विघ्न तरे। ओ अब तीन लोक के सकल देवता, द्वार करे निज करर करे। ओ जय दुख हरता गजानन, जय सुख करता रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता करते, रिद्धि से करता। अरे धूप दीप और लिए आरती, भक्त करे जय करर करे। लिए जन्म गणपति प्रभु जी, सुन दुर्गा मन आनंद परी। गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा, सेवा से सब विघ्न हरे। अरे तीन लोक के सकल देवता, तार परे सिर अरद परे। जय दुख हरता गजानन, जय सुख करता रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता करते, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता। ओ गणपति दाता, बैठे आसन इंद्रा परारित करे। अरे देखी वीर ब्रह्मा जी, जाको विघ्न विनाशन नाम तरी। ओ गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा, सेवा से सब विघ्न हरे। अब तीन लोक के सकल देवता, तार परे सिर अरद परे। जय दुख हरता गजानन, जय सुख करता रिद्धि सिद्धि सदा करते, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता। एक दंत गज बरन विनायक, तीन रोम रूप भूपधरे। जय 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 गिरिजासुत नंदन, ताकर भरत करे। गणपति की सेवा मंगल मेवा, जय गावे सब विघ्न हरे। अब तीन लोक के सकल देवता, तार परे सिर अरद परे। बोलो जय दुख हरता गजानन, जय सुख करता रिद्धि सिद्धि सदा करते, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता। ओ जय दुख हरता गजानन, जय सुख करता रिद्धि सिद्धि सदा करते, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता। ओ जय दुख हरता गजानन, जय सुख करता रिद्धि सिद्धि सदा करते, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता, रिद्धि सिद्धि से करता।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः, श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः, अष्टविनायक नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः, श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः, अष्टविनायक नमो नमः,
the Katha tonight, Shani Dev had a Varadan, a gift, that when he looks at any being with love, with compassion, that person's head will fall off. Sometimes it is imperative or a good thing that you would have a falling out. Because in a falling out, you see the true colors and spice of the people around you. It is important. It teaches you of who you should invest your energies and your time in. Do not invest your energy and your time and your effort in people who don't care for you in return. Never waste your time. It is important to fall out. So then you would know who you need to leave off and out of your life. Tonight, the Ganesh Puran tells in this katha, close the window that hurts you, no matter how beautiful the view is. Food for thought. That's why you have your pen and your paper. That's what you're supposed to write down tonight. Think about that. And think about the in-depth meaning of what the Ganesh Puran is teaching tonight. Close the window that hurts you the most, no matter how beautiful the view is. Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Tonight, there are two people celebrating their birthday. Well, there are many people celebrating their birthday, but two people that I know of. Auntie Kamala is celebrating her birthday. Auntie Kamala spent the entire day in the temple and then at my home and passing Persad and helping and then coming back and helping to prepare for puja. She has packed her bags and she has moved close to the temple by one of her niece to stay so that access to the yajna will be easy for her. She's celebrating her birthday and she's celebrating with us. I want to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday, Auntie Kamala. May Bhagwan Ganesha listen to your prayers and bless you with what you deserve. May you continue to always be the loving, humble, simple being that you are. And not very often we take the time to eulogize people while they're alive. You're loved and you're special and you're appreciated. When she comes, wherever she's going, if I'm in a puja or wherever I meet her, she always brings a basket of flowers. She always brings something to offer in the puja. That's the kind of person that she is. I want to say thank you for being you, the best you that you could be. Tonight, Jeffrey is celebrating his birthday. Jeffrey Nagisa. Where is he? Where's Jeffrey? Jeffrey, can you stand up? Jeffrey has a nickname. Eh? Should I say the nickname? The nickname is Dundi. Jeffrey is celebrating his birthday. Jeffrey had other plans for tonight. Huh? But Lord Ganesh says, put your plan on hold and come to me. Come to the yajna. Lord Ganesh says, DJ Nav needs company. Come. That's what friends are supposed to do. Eh? Encourage you onto the pathway of prayer and devotion. Because every time you celebrate a birthday, you're celebrating 1 year closer, you know. Well, in Jeffrey's case, maybe it's a pension. But 1 year closer to Bhagwan, to God. Jeffrey, you did the right thing by coming to the yajna. It is very commendable that you will come to pray for your birthday. And I want to pray that Bhagwan Ganesha will know your effort and your sacrifice. And may he bless you in ways that you never dreamt of. This is my wish for you this evening. Happy birthday. Let's give them a round of applause. Tonight, I want to send my love and I want to send some of our good energies and positive vibrations to New York. I was supposed to go to New York to officiate at a funeral. I did not go. To the family, Auntie Radha and Ria and Reshma and Aaron and Anol, I want to send some of my love and good vibrations out of the Yagyashala to you this evening. And I pray that wherever the soul of Papa may be on its transition, may it be a peaceful one. May his soul be granted mukti, salvation. You have served well, you have done well, you have stood by his side. And so I pray that Bhagwan Ganesha would listen to your prayer and grant unto his soul mukti, salvation. Every time the Ganesh Utsav Foundation celebrates anything, there is a maxi of ladies that come from Williamsville. They come, the ladies, they get dressed and they come. But there is one lady, she pulls everybody together. She calls them and she insists that they must come. Hindus, Christians, Indians, non-Indians, they all come. She encourages them to come. Nancy, can you all remember that name? Nancy? Auntie Nancy? Fortunately or unfortunately, Auntie Nancy has left us. And tomorrow I will officiate at her funeral. But Auntie Nancy has served Dharma well. She has served well. She has encouraged many people onto the pathway of Dharma. She has done that with pride. And so, her daughter said, though she was very sick, she had already planned and made the arrangements with the maxi so that the ladies will come, and she had already planned everything, and she collect their money too, to make sure that they're coming. That's the kind of person that she was. Tomorrow, she'll be cremated at the Mosquito Creek. And this is what life is. We make plans, and God makes plans. And sometimes our plans have to be shelved so that God's better plans can be unfolded. Jaya is celebrating her birthday as well. We want to wish you a happy birthday and many, many more birthdays to come. And so this evening, this has brought us to the end of our devotion. What will happen? Tomorrow night, a new katha begins. Ganesha has been formed. He has a bowl of laddu. He has already met with his father. Shani Dev is up in the cosmos. And something very interesting is about to happen on Mount Kailash. What will happen? Mount Kailash has a visitor who is brave enough to go there. And what intention that person, that being goes there with. Tomorrow night we will listen to. Let us all stand as we join in our closing aarti. Tonight we dedicate our aarti to all of those in New York, Auntie Radha and all members of the family. And tonight there is a special little boy, Aidan, who is here with us. We dedicate our aarti to Aidan tonight. Karta dukha harta mata vignashi, mata vignashi, purvan hoot, puran kachi, jai dev, jai dev, jai dev, jai dev, jai mangal murti, Sri mangal murti, darshan ma kaman hudar huti, jai dev, jai dev. विघ्नेश्वर जय जय, जय लंबोदर जय जय, जय गणनायक जय सुखदायक, जय जय गणेश जय जय,
विघ्नेश्वर जय जय, जय
जय जय जय गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय गणेश जय जय।
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। एकादन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्।
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय।
श्रद्धा से करते नमन गौरी पुत्र गणेश भक्ति और कीर्तन करे नीजे प्रभु आदेश।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश।
एकादन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् तन्नो देवा प्रचोदयात्।
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय।
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपिस्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपङ्कजम्। एकादन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् तन्नो देवा प्रचोदयात्।
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय।
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे
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 मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे। गणपति बाप्पा गणपति बाप्पा गणपति बाप्पा मंगलमूर्ति। मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे
कायेन वाचा मनसिन्द्रियर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभाव करोमि अज्ञात सकलं तरस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दन यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तरस्तमे त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सिका त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवाच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरे श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्र भजे अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरे श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्र भजे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय अयोध्या राम लला की जय वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय पुरेसा जगन्नाथ की जय बोलो भाई सब संतने की जय सियापति गणपति बाप्पा गणेश भगवान की सत्य सनातन धर्म की turn each other. सीताराम 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 कहे चाहे बेधीर के राम चाहे बेधीर के राम चाहे बेधीर सीताराम सीताराम